for taking out your time on Sunday morning and afternoon to be here to give us your backing, your support, and encouragement. I thank every one of you. Equally, to our party leaders, Alhaji Amsat, Otumba Bush Alibius, Chief Mustafa Ajishebutu, and Alhaji Rafiu Jafojo. Today, I must say big thank you to you. This is your goose. I mean, you are the goose that laid the golden egg from the primary till now. How did Bola TINUBU become a candidate? You stood firmly for it. How did Bola TINUBU become the governor? You work assiduously for it. And whatever public gathering that is today, including yourself, Jifemi Badmos, this is the result. And I am sure all of you are very proud of this government. Thank you. To our women's group, I say thank you very much for all the support. A whole lot of you will have, all the party leaders here present, you will have been enjoying your Sunday with your children. And I must take this opportunity to all you women to say Happy Mother's Day. Thank you very much. To us, every day is Mother's Day. But since they put today in the calendar of humanity, that today should be set aside, we want to say Happy Mother's Day to you specially. Thank you. When I can revert back to the protocol is the Deputy Speaker of Lagos State House of Assembly, Ms. Adetong Adetiro, the Lagos State Executive Council, the Chairman, members of the House Committee on Health, the Chairman and members of the House Committee on Health, the Corps Marshal of the Federal Road Safety, Alhaji Ringim, thank you very much for being here this afternoon. The Managing Director of First Atlantic Bank, and their good friend, Femi Pedro. The sponsoring bank of some of these ambulance points, I thank you for being here this afternoon. To all the chairmen of the local government here present, I thank all of you. The chairman of the Earth Management Board, Dr. Finney, and the members of the board, I thank you for being here. Very importantly, Dr. Leke Piton and Jide Idris, as in the Executive Council, we've always worked together as a team. I thank you very much for making today especially possible. To those of us, all the rest members of the Council, starting from SSG to Chief of Staff, the Honorable Commissioner for Economic Planning and Budget, the Gatekeeper, the Finance Commissioner, the Environment, Home Affairs and Culture, all of you. It is a team that I'm immensely proud of, and I will not trade you for any other thing in any life at all. All the members of the Earth Management team, I hasten to say that, and I make this known to you today, that my best workers in the state that I'm extremely proud of are the highway managers. Because they brought back to our consciousness the dignity of labor, the respectability of human beings, dedication, patriotism, and selfless service. But ever since Lysenbos was established, I did a test call one or twice, calling for ambulances, and the response was great. When I had complained, I called the commissioner, and he gave me the reason on the call and waiting device to say correct it. Ever since, I'd made a number of calls, and I've had sharp, professional, dedicated response. I want to say I'm very, very, very proud of all of you in Lysenbos. We are going to keep on encouraging you, give you the best support. To our youths who are here present, well, we are working for your tomorrow today.
Thank you, sir.
You are the leaders that will take over from us. The commitment and dedication is all yours. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and members of the press, we've watched this country over the years. We've traveled constantly. We've noticed the rate at which we lose human beings to senseless accidents. We've been on the road, we've seen it. Many people's lives that would have been saved, they're gone to the life beyond today. Why? Because there are no facilities such as ambulances, telecommunication of equipment, and so on and so forth, that will facilitate immediate rescue operation, response time, where the ambulance is available. The response time is unacceptable. Today, we are taking that step for our states to join the league of a caring, civilized health management system. In the rest of the world, no matter what level of a person you are in the society, your life is as important as that of the president or the governor. And we have designed our program in such a way that we reflect the same portion. We are putting the people first in every aspect of this government. I've always been fascinated by the efficiency of healthcare delivery of countries like America and Europe. And it's this fascination that has gotten us to this event. Thank God today, Providence has made it possible for me to be the chief executive of this great state. And accordingly, since I assumed office, I've placed effective healthcare delivery in the forefront of my programs. It was also the same concern that compelled me to intervene on 2 critical accident occasions, which, thank God, saved some lives. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our determination in Lagos State is to match in no distant time the level of efficiency attained by countries of America and Europe in healthcare delivery. To accomplish this task, we have achieved a massive reorganization of public institutions, response for healthcare delivery system. Again, we have expended huge public funds on training and reorientation of our medical personnel, especially in management of critical accident situations, terminal diseases, prenatal and postnatal conditions, the care of infant, children, and others. We have increased funding to the health sector more than at any other time in the state, while we have also restructured healthcare delivery system to favor primary health care. Today, about 75% of appropriation to the health sector has been devoted to primary health care, to which majority of the poor among us have access, and they must continue to have access. After the reinvigoration of the Ministry of Health and other institutions responsible for health in the state, for which our people will continue to reap the benefit from now on, we then have turned our attention to the critical issue of the provision of immediate and effective medical succor to accident victims, wherever they may be in the state. For the achievement of this objective, we knew that we must build the following facilities into healthcare system. They include: 1, the establishment of the state emergency medical services, LASEMS, the Lagos State Ambulance Services, LASEMBOS, the establishment of ambulance points, these points for which 15 strategic locations have been identified, and they are to serve as first aid points to accident victims before they convey to the hospitals for actual treatment. Today, and after the establishment of LASEMS in Lagos and Ikeja, and the procurement of about 15 ambulances, and the creation of ambulance points on major highways with sophisticated telecommunication network, we can confidently assert that response to accident situation in the state, especially prompt care and treatment of victims, has shown unprecedented improvement. Certainly, these are due to dedication and commitment we have directed at the healthcare program of our government. I thank the officials of our health institutions, especially Dr. Likipito, for incomparable achievement we have recorded in this state in the area of healthcare delivery since June 1999. The commissioning of the ambulance point today brings to a conclusion our effort to introduce to Lagos State a comparable, efficient, responsive, and quick emergency services to our people who are unfortunate to be victims of either man-made or natural disasters. As we establish these structures, what remains, and for which we have no serious control over, is the human element. It is for this reason I call on our medical personnel, including drivers, at this stage. Once again, every member of the team of LASEMBOS is important. Every one of you, driver, dispatch riders, medical personnel, you are very, very important. You are doing a great duty to humanity. For every life you save, every victim you attend to, the prayer and blessing of God Almighty will continue to be with you. These motorcycles, let us see that you are different, that you are dedicated, that you are committed. Let us see that you are responding to the call to duty. Let us shed away the old attitude of it's a government business. To those of you who demonstrate total commitment, the reward is there. We will give you the necessary incentive. We don't want to hear long-term maintenance of those motorcycles, about unnecessary breakdown today. This part is missing tomorrow. Let us be dedicated. We will give you necessary incentive that I'm not going to disclose in public. But let's yours be a different team. Some years back, those motorcycles might become taxi driver for others. Ambulances are used for domestic errands. Let it be that of yesterday. You're today, and with this government, you will show that you are different. You will demonstrate total commitment to duty, and we will reward you accordingly. I promise you that. The medical personnel, the professionals, I have noticed that your attitude has changed. Your professional oath has been working effectively. The ethics of your profession, you have been practicing effectively. I have confidence in all of you. I want you to be a shining example to other states, if not to other nations in Africa. A good smile to a victim might bring back their life. The anger you might suffer before you leave home, the frustration with Bola TINUBU's government or any other person, should not come in your way of service. I beg you, that victim, that patient is as important as your aunt, as your daughter, as your cousin, and it could be you. God continue to protect you. Once again, I thank the First Atlantic Bank Limited, the formerly Comet Bank, so you can patronize them when you hear First Atlantic. We are showing great gratitude, and may God Almighty continue to reward you for all of this effort. Finally, I pledge solemnly to the people of Lagos State that with God being our side and the support and cooperation of all of you, we shall have one of the best healthcare service delivery system in sub-Saharan Africa, and that no accident victim will die due to lack of immediate access to medical attention or financial support. At the spot of accident, now is the action. It is now my great pleasure to commission this ambulance point to the glory of God and for the benefit of accident victims and the people in critical conditions. Thank you, and God bless you.
Excellency, I beseech you to please wait there, where we will be joined by the deputy speaker. the glory of God, for the use of humankind, this accident
Yes, oh yeah. Yes, excuse me.
And you can bring Kabiyesi back to take the inspection. Kabiyesi goes